We leave the red dust of Carragini behind via the Rio Tinto Road, with a quick stop at the famous Ballara station, then on our way to Exmouth, where our Ningaloo experience starts. Swimming with whale sharks, we learn very fast why this place is one of the most sought after destinations in Australia. This gravel road is privately owned by the mining giant Rio Tinto. You need to do an induction online or at Tom Price Information Centre before entering. Although it is gravel with some small corrugations, it is definitely worth doing to see these monster trains that are 3 k's long carrying iron ore. Back on the bitumen, making our way to Karratha, we are still amazed by the scenery this place has to offer, with land that is so harsh but can look so beautiful. As you drive along, you come across dry riverbeds and picturesque gorges, imagining what it must look like when the water is flowing through these huge riverbeds, and how much it must change this wonderful landscape. Then, with a quick overnight stop at the quirky Ballara station for a shower to wash off all that red dust, a must-do in the outdoor showers. You don't get this in many places, that's for sure. Next stop is Exmouth. We stay at the RAC Caravan Park, and this is where we find our love for that beautiful Ningaloo Reef. Morning! Up nice and early this morning for a change. We're going to go and see
whale sharks!
Whale sharks. We can swim with whale sharks. We just went into yesterday and we got a booking, and they just said, yep, no worries. They had a few little spots left, so we jumped on that. And yeah, if we don't find any whale sharks, we're going to find some humpback whales, or they said manta rays. So, and they're snorkeling on the reef. They supply lunch and morning teas and stuff like that. So we're actually a little bit late-ish looking at the clock.
Let's go.
We've got to get going. After a short bus ride to the boat ramp, we hop on the tender that takes us to the catamaran. Once everyone was on board, and before we headed out to the open waters, we stop at a small reef for a quick snorkel and to get comfortable being in the water. The crew explain what to expect when we find a whale shark. I found this helped so much with the preparations, as it made it much easier to understand, because when you get to the real deal, it's all go. The snorkel itself was such a great experience, but what comes next will be unforgettable.
to Yardie Homestead, and we just thought we'd stop and show you guys what's behind us. Those, I don't know if you can see it in the footage, but behind us are these really long signal towers. And we found out that it is the largest in the southern hemisphere, one of only 5 in the world, signal towers to communicate with submarines all around the world.
Yeah, it's quite amazing actually that there's one of 5 in the world and one's here at Exmouth.
Yeah, so Exmouth in World War II became a naval base, and during World War II, and when World War II finished, it cut right back to skeleton staff. But then they built this massive submarine signal base and ramped up the naval base again. So yeah, Exmouth is, the only reason why we have Exmouth is because of the World War II naval base.
And with those towers, in the summer when it's really hot, they actually grow a metre taller than what they are in the winter, just from the heat and the expansion of the steel. So, and they're like 386 metres or something like that. So they're pretty tall towers, and then they grow during the summer because of the heat. Like,
it's just amazing how big they are. You can see them from a lot of places in Exmouth and everywhere. So yeah, just thought we'd stop and show you a bit of interesting facts about Exmouth that you don't normally hear. You hear about all the snorkeling and the beaches and the weather, but you don't really hear about the naval presence and that it's quite important stuff that they do here in Exmouth.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is important.
Anyway, we're on to Yardie, and we're going to start our snorkeling adventure.
Yeah.
Also, another fun fact, full of fun facts today. There's not many places where you have a heritage centre. So this is Cape Range National Park over here, and on the ocean side you've got the Ningaloo Heritage Water Park. So there's not many places where the two heritage listed areas meet together.
The road is basically the border.
Yeah. So that is another fun fact for the area. 4 fun facts.
4 fun facts.
And that lighthouse behind us, apparently it's useless. It's been decommissioned. They had a, what's the name? Majura. There was a boat called Majura, SS Majura, and it crashed and killed some people. So they commissioned the lighthouse to stop any future crashes, but it did nothing. They were still crashing their ships everywhere. So when they built that massive, those massive towers with the submarine towers, they actually used the light on one of those as navigation, and they decommissioned the lighthouse. But apparently it's one of the few places again where you can watch a sunrise over the ocean and a sunset over the ocean, because it has 360-degree views from the lighthouse. We may not see a sunrise up there because we don't like getting up early.
I highly doubt it.
But we'll try and get a sunset. Alright, well we've just set up at Yardie Homestead, and we're now heading out to a place called Lakeside, which is only about 15 minutes drive from Yardie Homestead, we think. So we're going to go check it out and see if it's any good.
Yeah, hopefully go for a good snorkel and
see what we can find.
See what we can find.
Well, we just finished snorkeling at Lakeside, and what did you think, Scott?
I absolutely loved it. I cannot believe that you can do that sort of snorkeling by just walking off the beach. I went in there 3 times and I still couldn't get enough. What a place. What a place.
I loved it too, but I'm having some technical difficulties with my snorkeling mask. It just keeps getting foggy, so maybe comment, give me some advice in the comments or something. But yeah, I might try some toothpaste tomorrow. We did buy anti-fog, so we'll give that another go, but yeah, I'm just fogging up.
It's just, I don't know what it is, but
anyway, but it's beautiful. The lakeside is easy off the beach.
The fish were huge. Some of the fish were massive, and you're just walking straight in off the beach, and then you've just got them all swimming around you. It was insane.
So many parrotfish. We've seen a clam. You saw a shark.
Yeah, I seen a shark, a little reef shark. Yeah, there's all different types. Oh, a stingray. I seen this stingray, and it was eating off the bottom. I'm going to rave on about this forever. And it was like eating something off the bottom, and there was fish trying to get underneath it, trying to get its crumbs. And as the water went, as it got deeper, the fish got smaller, and they were all just nibbling off all the leftovers. So you could see the difference. And oh, it was just, yeah, I've never seen anything like it. Then there was that other one that scared the...
Yeah, there was another stingray that came for, like he got scared of us, but then he sort of went for me, like it was like, oh my gosh, and I had to like sort of duck down out of the way. I don't think he was going for me, but he was going in my general direction.
Yeah. It was unreal. Like, that's our first experience of it, and yeah, apart from going out with the whale shark, but
yeah,
that was
and
just,
the water, as you walk from the car park to the water, it's just water I've not seen before. Like the Pacific Ocean, it's different water to this. What is this ocean? The Indian.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's just beautiful.
It's just the colours. It's just
magic.
I mean, just it's the depth of it, and then
clarity.
And you've got the waves out the back breaking. Like you hear the waves just smashing, and then you're in this nice little calm, protected little cove.
It was really a beautiful experience.
Wow, and wow.
Yeah, we're loving it already, and this is our first. Apart from the tour with the whale shark, this is our first tour, like what we've done on our own.
Yeah, this is our first only. Yeah.
And yeah, Lakeside is really turned it on. We loved it.
You can absolutely see why people come here. It is insane.
So I've just got to work out my mask, and I might be able to see a bit better.
Yeah, it generally helps.
Yeah, just keeps going foggy, and I have to keep like putting water in it, and yeah, I'll work it out. All right, so here we're at Osprey. There's a day use area here at the boat ramp. So we're going to, we just had a look at the water and
wow,
she's beautiful. So we're gearing up now to go snorkeling and spend a bit of time here at Osprey. Well, we've just had a bit of a snorkel and swim at Osprey Bay, and what do you reckon?
Oh, I love it, love Osprey. We've seen 3 turtles.
Yep.
I got and it swam right beside me for ages. And then found this little cave, and there's heaps of fish under that cave too. That was awesome.
Yeah, so it's not as corally as Lakeside. Is it Lakeside?
Yeah, Lakeside.
But it's got all the grasses, so the turtles seem to gravitate there.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of coral, but the water is amazing, the colour, and just a really nice place to hang out. Definitely at the moment, looking at all the camps, that would be Osprey camp area would be the pick.
Definitely a pick.
If you're booking in this area. We haven't seen them all, but at the moment, like, that seems to be a mint spot.
And it explains why it's so hard to get in there. Like, when you chase for bookings, there's never any availabilities there.
So the flies out here are just a bit friendly. So I'm not going to make any lunch. I'll just get swamped. So we're going to go back to the caravan, make lunch in there, and then might just spend the afternoon at, because we've got 7 days at this campgrounds at the homestead. So we might enjoy the afternoon in the pool there and spread out our love all over this place for the whole week.
That's what we've learnt, is that it's quite accessible around here. A lot more accessible than I thought. Like, just a few little drives from different beaches and stuff like that. So it's
and Yardie Homestead is actually not far away from everything. If you can't get into these camps, don't be stressing. Just try and book in at the Yardie Homestead.
Yeah.
Costs a little bit more, but you are on power and you've got water supply right there, and they have a really nice cafe and a swimming pool. So yeah, for a little bit, oh wow, just for a little bit extra, and you literally are at the doorstep of all these beautiful places.
Yeah.
But if I was to book at the moment, if I was to book along here, and I could anywhere, Osprey would be my pick.
All right, guys. Today, Western Australian winds have showed their ugly head. It's pretty windy, but we still went to Lakeside for a snorkel. Had an awesome time in there. There was a big groper and a couple of big stingrays that I seen. Heaps of fish. It's really good snorkeling at Lakeside. I love it there. But because of the wind, we've just stopped into the Discovery Centre where you drive past to go into Lakeside. We're just going to ask if we can take the paddleboard down Yardie Creek. Now, we've seen a couple of photos the other day when we were in there, and it looks like there's a bit of a gorge. So we thought, oh, while it's windy, it might be protected to go for a stand-up paddleboard through the gorge. So we're just going to make sure that we're allowed to. You don't know, in some national parks with rules and regulations. So we'll find that out, and we'll go from there, and hopefully we can, and we'll show you the gorge. It looks really nice.
So we're all good to go to Yardie Creek for a paddle, and she said as long as it's not motorised, which we're not, because we blow up. So we'll see how we go. We actually only just bought this paddleboard, so we haven't done it before, and he has to have me on the front, so we might be swimming in Yardie Creek.
You're swimming. I'm on the paddleboard.
Whatever. So we're on, but we're not sure how well we're going to go.
That is pretty nice.
Oh, what is there? Something's moving.
Where?
Just on the end there. So we're on the boat, well, paddleboard, and we just come up to this rock face, and there's 2 rock wallabies. Don't know if the GoPro is going to catch it. There's one in underneath the ledge. There's one there. There's one there. There's one up the top and one down there. The first one we've seen. at you all. They don't normally get this close. Cool. We'll leave you be. She's very. The wind kind of changed while we were in here, so now we're battling the wind coming back out, so it's become like mini waves. So Scott's going to be very sore tomorrow, I reckon.
I reckon I will be.
So if you have a stand-up paddleboard or a kayak or canoe or anything like that, I highly recommend coming down to the Yardie Creek and paddling down there, because when you get to the higher walls, there's a whole heap of rock wallabies, and you can get really close to them on the cliff edge. So you can walk it. There is a track that walks, but the rock wallabies are on the other side, so you see them from a distance. With the paddleboard or kayak, etc., you can get right up to the wall, and it's a really nice paddle in there. We did it with the high winds, so it was a bit hard, but and with two of us on one blow-up paddleboard, so maybe not on a windy day. But yeah, we still had fun. It just must be buggered now.